let's see here. So for part 2, okay. Part 2, describe something interesting that your friend has done, but you haven't. It can be a tough one. Okay. So why don't you go ahead and give your response, and I will just highlight mistakes as I hear them.
Well, I'd like to talk a little bit about learning to play the piano. I have a friend named Annie who was my classmate in my university. At the time, both of us were quite interested in playing the piano, though none of us had any experience of doing it. In our eyes, pianos sounded so beautiful, graceful, and elegant. Besides, we considered it a symbol of high life. What's more, it seemed to have something to do with romantic relationships somehow. Anyway, we were quite fascinated by it at the time. But it was just a fantasy to us, 'cause we didn't have access to it. Thus, when Annie told me a few months ago that she had started learning to play the piano, I was rather surprised. I asked her what caused her to pick up something so long time ago. She said she was triggered by her daughter. Annie has a 5-year-old daughter, and her daughter began learning to play the piano last year. Annie bought a piano for her daughter. That was how she was reminded of her old dream. So Annie started learning it together with her daughter. I was really happy for her when I heard that. As a matter of fact, I have also considered it several times, but I haven't made any move yet. It's mainly because although there are all kinds of piano classes for kids, I haven't found any one for adults. I figure if I had to learn it with a bunch of kids, I would definitely feel quite embarrassed. But I believe whenever I could have a right opportunity, I would rush to learn it.
Okay, nice. All right, very good. The grammar looks really, really good. Yeah, not many mistakes there at all. Just a couple of pronunciation things, just trying to pick out anything you can improve on.
Okay.
Let's see. Here you said so long time ago.
Oh, that's
Such a long time ago.
long time ago. Yeah.
And then she was triggered. It's interesting. Triggered doesn't work very well with a person. A person is not really triggered. A decision can be triggered by something.
Oh,
Triggered is sort of like the word caused. So she was caused
okay.
by her daughter. It doesn't really work, right?
Inspired. How about?
Inspired would be great. Exactly.
Oh, okay.
That was going to be my suggestion. You could also say she said her decision was triggered by her daughter.
I see.
That would work as well. And I think that's the only. I want to look at the end here. If I could have the right opportunity or a good opportunity.
A good opportunity.
Yeah, either one of those. So with right, there's only one correct opportunity or perfect opportunity. That's why we use the. But with good, there are many good opportunities. So we use a.
Oh, yeah. The right opportunity. A good opportunity.
Okay. Let's see. First one, interested. Let's focus on the first syllable. Both of us were quite interested in playing the piano.
Both of us were quite interested in playing the piano.
Good. Yep. Yeah, I think the first time you kind of focused on the third syllable there, but.
Luckily.
And let's see. I missed. Oh, you said kind of asked. Asked.
Asked. Asked.
That's it.
Asked. Not ask it.
Right.
Okay, I see. Asked. I see.
Actually, the only time we add an extra syllable is if the verb ends with a T or a D, like started.
Started.
Yeah, but with the K sound, we don't want to add any extra syllable, just a T. Asked.
Asked.
Mm-hmm. And then, okay, so I think all of the other ones are about this it. And I think this is a good thing to focus on. I think I've noticed this before, but have kind of failed to point it out. But you're making it kind of like an A sound a little bit. By it, by it, it. Learn
By
it.
it.
Mm.
By it.
Yeah, and here it's going to be kind of connected to the E sound. So by it, by it.
Buy it.
That's pretty good. Yeah. And what about this one?
Learn it.
That the I sound was correct, but you missed the N. So learn it.
Learn it.
So we don't want the space between it, just like you did here with considered it. Learn it.
Learn it.
That's it. That's it. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, and sometimes that N sound, I've heard this from other Chinese students as well, that N sound can cause a little bit of a problem with the next one.
Yeah. Learn it.
Mm-hmm. And I think this one might be the hardest one, just because really this is going to sound like ba, e, it. So you've got 3 vowel sounds together, and they need to be separate.
Buy it.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds so strange. Buy it. Buy it.
Mm-hmm. That's right, though. We were quite fascinated by it. Mm-hmm.
Buy it.
Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, this one too, I think it was more the ing sound maybe, but try this, doing it.
Doing it.
Oh, that's perfect. Okay.
Doing it.
Mm-hmm.